Hello and good morning, everyone. So, today is the second trading session of this week. So, let's get started with today's top stocks and news. The first one is Tata Motors because Jaguar Land Rover reported 10.7% Y&Y decline in wholesale to 87,286 units in the first quarter of fiscal year 26, in line with expectation amid a planned wind down of older Jaguar models and disruption due to the new US tariff. Retail sales also fell by 15% on a yearly basis to 94,420 units, reflecting the broader challenges faced during the quarter compared to the March quarter. Also, the wholesale were down by 21.7%, while retail volume dropped by 12.8%. The next stock which you need to look at is Kotak Mahindra Bank because bank reported a net advance at the end of quarter 1 fiscal year 26 stood at 4.45 lakh crore, making a 14% increase over 3.90 lakh crore in the same quarter last year. Sequentially, lending activity was up by 4.2% compared to 4.27 lakh crore in March quarter. On the liability side, the bank end of profit total deposit rose to 5.13 lakh crore, which is up by 15% from last quarter and 2.8% higher than 4.99 lakh crore in quarter 4 fiscal year 25. The next stock which you need to look at is Navin Fluorine because fluorochemical maker announced the launch of its qualified institutional placement to raise up to 750 crores by issuing equity shares with a face value of 2 rupees each. The move followed board approval on 29th of June 2024 and a special resolution passed by shareholder at the company's annual general meeting on 1st of August 2024. The next stock which you need to look at is Macrotech Developer because the real estate company reported a 10% Y&Y increase in the pre-sale to 4,450 crore for the quarter, while collection rose 7% to 2,880 crores. The firm said it has added 5 new projects across Mumbai, Pune and Bangalore with a total gross development value of 22,700 crores. The real estate firm added 5 new projects across Mumbai metropolitan region, Pune and Bangalore with a gross development value of 227 billion, over 90% of its full year business development guidance of $250 billion. The next stock which you need to look at is JSW Infrastructure because company said it has received letter of award from the Syama Prasad Mukherjee Port Authority for the reconstruction of berth 8 and mechanization of berth 7 and 8 at Netaji Subhash Dock, Kolkata. The project awarded on a design, build, finance, operate and transfer basis under the PPP model is aimed to enhance container handling capacity at the port. The next stock is Phoenix Mills because realty firm reported 12% Y&Y increase in retail sales across its operational malls in quarter 1 fiscal year 26, supported by healthy demand and continued momentum across its portfolio. In the commercial office segment, gross leasing of approximately 4.07 lakh square feet was completed during the quarter across assets in Mumbai, Pune and Bangalore and Chennai. Occupancy in Mumbai and Viman Nagar, which is in Pune, rose to 69% in June 2025 from 67% in March 2025. The next stock which you need to look at is SPML Infra because infrastructure development firm announced the sanction of enhanced credit facility amounting to 205 crore from a top Indian PSU bank. The sanctioned facility includes a significant bank guarantee limit and is expected to bolster the company's project execution and bidding capabilities. The non-fund based credit facility will support SPML Infra in meeting key contractual obligations across its infrastructure and EPC projects. The next stock which you need to look at is Titan because jewelry vertical saw domestic operation grew approximately 18% Y&Y basis, aided by good traction during Akshaya Tritiya. However, a sharp rise in gold prices from May to mid-June dented consumer sentiment, lending to flat buyer growth in both Tanishq and Carat Lane. In this high price environment, consumer preferred lightweight and lower caratage jewelry, with plain gold growing in mid-teen and the sub-stud segment in early double digit. The next stock which you need to look at is Mahindra & Mahindra because vehicle major reported a 20% Y&Y increase in the production for June 2025, reaching 83,435 units compared to 69,441 units in the same month last year, according to its quarter 1 business update. Sale for the month stood at 76,335 units, making a 14% increase from 66,800 units. Export volume rose marginally marginally by 1% to 2,634 units. The next stock which you need to look at is PN Gadgil Jewelers, because company reported 3% Y&Y increase in the total revenue at 1,714 crores for the first quarter fiscal year 26. Excluding the discounted refinery segment, revenue grew by 31% on Y&Y basis at 1,714 crores. The retail segment, which accounts for over 70% of the total revenue, grew by 19.4% on yearly basis. So these were some of the stock which you need to look at in today's trading session. Thank you. Bye-bye.